What's good? What's good? I should be live now. This is another episode of the Syncrets To Success podcast. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Instagram. Uh, if you are not familiar with the podcast, my name is Marcus Fingaz, aka Fingaz, Dafingaz. I'm a music producer, composer, focusing on sync licensing and movie trailer music. And in this episode, we're going to discuss this new plugin. I've been doing plugin reviews also. I'm going to comment here on YouTube. Join me on Instagram. Join me over here. Join me here on YouTube to see what I'm doing. This plugin is the latest release from the Crow Hill company. It's called the Snakes of Russia, Venom. Before we get into that, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Check out some links in the description, some resources that I use. This podcast is sponsored by the great team over at STS. They also make some great plugins and sounds for us to use. Arthur, thank you for tuning in. Jump on over to YouTube in the pinned comment there to check out the plugin I'm about to review. This plugin is great. I haven't even messed around with it yet. I've just seen some videos online, and shout out to the team over at Crow Hill and some marketing teams that I work with for sending this over for me to check out. So we'll dive in shortly, but check out some links in the description, including resources I use for sync licensing, resources I offer, including sample packs. And if you see, I'm using Logic Pro here. You can check out my custom Logic Pro color templates. Links are in the description where you can check that out. I'm using my blackout color template for this one because I think it matches the aesthetic of this plugin. As you can see, it has some dark, vibes in it. So we're just going to play the sounds and hear what it sounds like. If you are on Instagram, you're not going to hear any sounds. You got to jump over to YouTube. All right, here we go. So really like industrial sounding drums. I'm going to turn it up a little bit, but I think I know we can get mangled here. I can't even tell you what all these knobs and things do. So what I'm going to do is just turn one at a time and just play around with them. I did watch some of the videos, but there's like so much in here that you can use to mangle drums. So I just wanted to dive in. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to dive in. Here we go. So that seems like a filter. And let's see, can I do like a control? So option click will reset it. All right, let's see what this one does. To me, that's like saturation. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see what this one does. Sounds like, it feels like a width, sort of like stereo. Like a little bit wider. And then this one seems like it's giving me more of a, like either echo or duplication. All right, so this red knob here, that's crazy. Everything is like making it dirty just a little bit more. Pause. And you can see the different kits here. There's a lot of kits in there. Oh, there's some basses. So it's not just drums. You got some bass sounds and you have some effects. So let's go to drift. I mean, just this kit alone. I don't know if that's doing quite yet. This kit alone, though, yeah, it's insane. Doll's eyes, arrow tree. Oh, let me change the big knob here in the middle. So when I click on the big knob in the middle, you see that Venom just light up. So I don't know if that's just maxing out everything here, but the sound is insane. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have fun with this one. All right, let's go to some other presets. Princeton, thank you for tuning in. Jump on over to YouTube in the link comment. You can see the plugin. This drum plugin is insane. I haven't even gotten to this side yet, which is some effects. So we have Smash, we have Space. Let me go through some of these. We have the Redux, which looks like a bit crusher. Then we have Dirt. Insane. Then there's some other settings here. I won't go through all those. Then we have Space, which obviously should be some type of reverb. Then we have Delay. So some really great like sound. Let me stop. Some great sound design that we have Smash. So a lot of ways to just make this thing like dirty, gritty. This looks like volume. And T still seems like another filter. If I hold down, was it option? Click, and that'll reset our options here. Girl named Nino, thank you for tuning in. Jump on over to YouTube. You can see the plugin I'm reviewing called Snakes of Russia from the Crow Hill Company. Snakes of Russia Venom from the Crow Hill Company. All right, let's start it. Let's get an idea going. I'm in Logic Pro again. I'm using my color template called Blackout for Logic Pro, which matches this aesthetic. So let's do, I'm going to mute Robert. Thank you for tuning in. Jump on over to YouTube. You can see the plugin I'm reviewing called Snakes of Russia from the Crow Hill Company. All right, I'm going to mute the microphone here on YouTube, and I'm going to play a beat, come up with an idea. What I can do is, I like the toms that I had in there, but maybe do another layer of that. Here we go. I should quantize because my timing is terribly off. Is it triplets? Let's see. That last bar got off, but maybe we'll roll with it. So what else do we have? Let's see if we got another layer with, let's see, arrow tree. I might be on the wrong plugin. Yep, so we're gonna move that down. We're gonna switch this. It's insane, the sound design. Something like that. I gotta clean it up, quantize it, and then I'm gonna speed it up. Pause. So we make this 140. Might be too fast. 130. All right, let's make this make sense. So we'll just build on top of that sort of loop there. I'm going to, I'll probably not use all Crow Hill Company plugins, but because I have some, we're going to go with this Tina Guo cello. Again, there will be a link in the description where you can check out the Crow Hill site. Let's see, we have some sound design stuff. Anything that seems percussion-y, just press key. Sort of. Let's see what else we can find. Techniques, textures. Always there's some short stuff, melodic phrases, bowed. I know there's some techniques. There's some percussive stuff in here. Pizzicato can be percussive. Is that something like the sound I want? Techniques, textures. Let me just scroll through sound design. too low. Not bad. All right, I like that. Space. I want to look at effects. I'm trying to figure out if I want that sort of delay. Not delay, it's like a reverb. It's like the guitar. It's like a guitar. That sounds not bad. All right. Let me just try to make up something. All right. Yeah, I'm liking it now. So we're gonna build on top of that using another. This is called the glass strings. A little bit too pretty for this song, but and then after that, I'll probably have to go to some other sounds. But just showing you how I could use this as a foundation to build a track. Let's go with, we'll go with that. That's fine. We'll call this glass strings. So far, all these instruments are only from the Crow Hill Company. All right, let me give you one player. So we're leaving the Crow Hill land, but Snakes of Russia is insane. So I could end the video here, but I know I'm going to build on top of it. So you're going to see me build out something with this. So let me see if I can do something in 20 minutes. I'm going to use this new plugin called, it's free. That's why, and that's why I'm using it so that you can check it out. From the Berlin, it's called the Berlin Free Orchestra from Sign Orchestral Tools. The Orchestral Tools Berlin Free Orchestra. After listen, thank you for tuning in. Jump on over to YouTube. Now you can see me. I'm building out a track from this Snakes of Russia plugin from the Crow Hill Company. Now I'm adding in some short strings from, this is now, we'll call this Orchestral Tools free Berlin strings. Here we go. Here we go. So it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to play. So we're going to listen to that string line. Do triplets. Couple things I like. I like the beginning part. So we'll loop that, and then I like this ending part here. And I might just leave it at that. I gotta get that change. Let's see. If I just repeat this. I'm missing a note. So you were seeing me, you could tune out. Yo, Radix, thank you for tuning in. Jump on over to YouTube. You can hear the track that I'm working on. Started with the Snakes of Russia. Let me go back to Snakes of Russia so you can hear what I started with. Snakes of Russia, Venom. These drums are insane. I'm going to be probably using this on a lot of sync stuff, at least over the next few months, because of the energy that it brings to a track. So if I play what I started with, this drum loop I created here. Yeah, those drums, the Goddess Ace, thank you for tuning in. Jump on over to YouTube. You see the pinned comment there. You can see the track and hear the track I'm working on. This is the other part of the drums. And then this is the third part of the drums. So the way that I create, I should really just make this video. Maybe I'll take this video offline and make it a paid if you're watching now. But the way I create like an 8-bar loop, and now I'm going to build it out more to like trailer stuff. So with trailer stuff, it's all sound design, sound effects. So if I go to sounds, I got to tell you about that pack I'm working on. Cinematic drum loops coming soon. I'm working on it. Just give me time. Whoosh hits. So I'm looking for just some sound design stuff that I can bring in. Yo, Radix, I see you jumped over to YouTube. There we go. That's perfect. So I want to bring that in. Again, if you're a Logic Pro user, check out my Logic Pro color templates in the description. You can find out how to use that. So I'm going to bring in some sound effects to layer with this thing. Not that. There we go. Yeah, I see you on YouTube, Radix. Thank you for jumping over. Let me go here. All right, then I'm gonna bring in riser. I'm not gonna finish this by 10. My goal is to finish by 10. Riser. And then I have just a bunch of shortcuts and stuff that I use because I like to, sometimes I have to create fast, not always, but I like to create fast. So I have a bunch of channel strip presets I have over here, including my brass low, which I dive in more on some of these presets and things in my courses on my site. You can check out fingaz.com. Use the word sync, SYNC, for a discount on my site also. But I'm just going to play, we're in C# minor. So if I find the right note to play here on the plugin, should play the notes. It'll be like a, that's too high. We'll go with that. One note can make a whole difference. Here we go. That's all I need, and I can just repeat that. S. Linus, thank you for tuning in. Jump on over to YouTube. You can see the track I'm building out. Started with the Snakes of Russia plugin from the Crow Hill Company, and I'm adding some cinematic stuff to it. That's brass low. We're going to do a layer of brass. I have a brass layer, brass shorts, just brass. I need to edit my brass layer because I don't use all these plugins. You know what? Since we are talking about the Snakes of Russia from the Crow Hill Company. That's what this video was supposed to be about. I'm gonna do them justice and talk about their Marshall brass plugin. I do have, actually, I gotta look it up. Instrument. I do have another video going over this plugin, but this is brass instruments. It doesn't really. It's more for, I would say, more like reverent brass. But I'm gonna see if I can make it cut through the mix a little more because we have a lot of stuff going on. That's too low. So that's not bad. Let me see. Do they have any long shape shorts? There's no. So I'll probably throw in. Let me see what the shorts looks like. Shorts. Excellent. Yeah, Sync Spotlight's gonna be dope. If you're going to Sync Spotlight, if you have no idea what Sync Spotlight is a conference that's going to happen in Atlanta next weekend, starting with the writing camp on April 4th, and then the conference will be April 5th. There will be a networking event before the event and an after party after the event. You can get a ticket for the writing camp and the conference. You can get a VIP ticket, or you can just get a general admission, or you can get a virtual ticket. So you have 4 options. That is not the one I want. I want to go with, we'll go with Long's Pause. All right, that's not bad. I'm probably going to have to mangle it a little bit. Let me find some distortion, bit crusher. What do I want to use? Let's go with distortion. And now I don't need the delay. Not a delay, let me take out some of these. I don't think I have ADSR. I would cut down the release a little. Oh, right here, release. And maybe the reverb. We'll see what I can do there. I don't want the low notes either because I already have brass low. So we'll see what we can do. If you want to see the keys I'm playing, let me bring that back up. And I just got to figure out what to play. I like that. Except I started way too early. I mean, really, that's the whole song. I mean, I can keep going, but do I want to? I don't know. All right, cheat code for strings, or if you want to add like tension and or whatever. Add an octave. I mean, the only thing I would say is missing is a bass, which we'll just jump into 808. I don't, this is my favorite 808 I've been using for like the last year or 2 years. I don't know. This is from the Ape Shit company from Trauma Drums. I forgot the name of the company. Let's see if I can get that open up. We are in C sharp minor. I can't get out of these Guerrilla Warfare. I use these like on everything. What did I just do? I changed something. I mean, it's just, I might go with that. Just really just like cuts through. I know I'm in the red right here in Logic. I'll turn it down at some point. You know what? That's too much in the 808. We'll try it again. All right, then we'll do a crash. So I like to just go to cinematic percussion from the this is interesting, Spitfire Audio original cinematic percussion. I think there is a great percussion library from the Crow Hill Company that I do not have. It's called Conundrum. So if they send it to me, of course I will use it. But we'll just go with crash. I don't need to do anything crazy there. Maybe we'll have it at the 5 mark. And then I might look for more sound design noise, down lifter, I think they call it. Yep, I don't know about that one. There we go. Just a different tone. All right, so let's say that's the song. What we do now is, you know what, I might add, do I want to add one more percussion? We'll add one more percussion, which will be my percussion layer here that I use on a lot of trailer stuff. Once everything loads up. You can't hear it, but I'm gonna have to mix in a little bit. Maybe I'll mix these as is. So what we'll do for mixing is I'll just turn everything down. The drums do get off on this last bar here. Let's see, can we fix it? Yo, Chase, thank you for tuning in. Join me on YouTube. You can see the track I'm building. I think we're almost done with it. Maddie B, thank you for tuning in. Jump on over to YouTube. You see the link in the description or the link in the pinned comment there. And you can see this track I'm building out. Trying to get a decent mix going here. Thank you, Maddie says she's jumping over to YouTube now. So the sounds great, but the instruments are too loud, and I want the drums to obviously be the. So I'm gonna turn the instruments down. Let's try 3 for now. So this is -4. We'll go to -7. All right, and then we make a song out of this. Let's jump to for like sync-ish trailer, not trailer, sync stuff. I try to keep stuff to like 2.5 minutes at the most. Actually, we can do another round, and then so this will be like right around 2.5. Again, you can check out. I actually have a cinematic percussion course on my site. You can check out where I dive in on making specifically cinematic percussion stuff. So let's see how I want to start this track out. Probably with the, I want to do an intro. It'll be like one of these, or maybe it's one of these for a little bar. I don't know if I want to come, jump out the gate with everything. That's not bad as like an intro. I might even not have the, might take out the, where is it? Where is it? The hi-hats. Do need silence at the drop. I don't think I need the strings yet. And then we could take a musical break, which means probably no, might even no snare, might even take out the snare. Take out the snare. Let's see. Might even take out those epic drums. We will not delete. Chew the producer, thank you for tuning in. Jump on over to YouTube. I'm building out a track. I laid the foundation with the Snakes of Russia from the Crow Hill Company, and now it's ended up being more of like a trailer. I'll say not trailer, epic hip hop sync track. Except, oh, I think I removed those drums. So I just got to lay the drum again. I removed the snare. Which is okay, because then you'll just see me record the snare again, which is this note here. This is the plugin we were talking about, the Snakes of Russia. I'm going to record the snare part really quick that I accidentally removed. so that's the snare. Ariana, thank you for tuning in. Jump on over to YouTube. You see the link in the pinned comment there, and you can check out this track I built. I got using this Venom, Snakes of Russia Venom from the Crow Hill Company. Let's go with the pad here. I don't know if I have anything else from Crow Hill that'll be paddish. Like I have Cosmos. Ooh. Cosmos. What is Cosmos? Let's go with the Cosmos. Try to mellow things out if this loads up. It is. All right, let's see what we have here. Is there anything? You can tell I haven't used this plugin. Volume, modules, nebula, browser. Open. There we go. Open the browser. It's like a like I don't want it to sound like strings. I already have strings. All right, we'll figure it out. We'll call this pad. I'm gonna need to turn it up. I'm probably gonna need to remove the other percussion stuff. I don't even know what chords I'm playing. I played. Then I need to bring back the, we're not even at a minute. A long way to go. We are not, we need to bring the snare back. Snare back right here. Let's play it from the beginning, see where my mind goes. I don't mind. What I want is the brass to play what that opening thing is playing. Actually, we could take a break. We could take a break right there. Give an editor an edit point. So I don't need the downer. I do need a hit. 2 hits. We'll just do 1 hit. And I keep the snares there. Maybe I'll bring back the brass instead of those chords. This is that melody thing. Keep forgetting the snare is not there. So we'll bring it back here. And in the end, it's just going to be let the drums play out. Let me make sure that ending sounds like I want it to sound in my head. Pause. Actually, what we can do is this. And cut. Again, check out the links in the description if you want my Logic Pro color templates. I call this one Blackout. I have 3 color templates currently. More on the way soon. Stay tuned. Let's play what we have from the beginning. Here we go. That is not the beginning. This is the beginning. What is happening? Oh, I have that cycle range. All right, this is the beginning. There's a hit at the end that I don't like. Let's see. It's like one of these. I think it's this one. And I need this to play out. Definitely not that far. or fade outs. Call it a day. I'll play the last little bit. Something like that. I might go in and edit. I'll play it one more time, but not bad for 45-ish minutes. That's the vibe. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next episode, the next video. It might be a while, probably be a while. I don't know if it will, because I am heading out to London tomorrow to go to a conference, and then I'll be going to Atlanta for the Sync Spotlight Conference. Check out the links in the description for the Sync Spotlight Conference, which will be at the end of next week. So a lot coming up over the next few weeks, so stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in. Be safe and be well. All right, peace.